Laddie, go to bed. Nice. Okay, so this is Kimberly. She's 13 weeks old, and she's never seen this mat before, but she has done this command before. And I've got her drag line on so that I can correct her and guide her if I need to. And we're going to start by just marking when she steps on the mat with the word nice. And you should say it about the same every single time so that the dog recognizes the tone of voice that you're using. So it's kind of like using a clicker, except you're using the same word over and over again. So we're going to start by just leading her over to the mat, and when she puts her paw on the mat, we're going to tell her N-I-C-E, and then we're going to give her a kibble. Okay, so let's see how this goes. Come on, Kim. So we're just going to lead her over. Nice! And as soon as she touches the mat, she's going to get a kibble. You have to say nice. Let's go. I'm just going to work on leading her over to the mat so that she gets the idea that that's where she needs to go. Nice. She's already getting it pretty fast. Because like I said, she's done this before, but with a different mat. Let's go. Nice. And because she's done this before, she's going a lot faster. Your dog is probably going to take a little bit longer to be able to do this, but she seems to already know what we're doing. So once your dog gets that general idea and starts, come on, heading over to the mat by himself without you telling him to. Nice, like that, see? That's when you're going to move to the next step, when he does that consistently. So you're going to want to make him do it a couple of times to make sure that he knows. Nice. So see how she's doing that by herself without me guiding her there, all with the leash. In fact, I'm having to guide her off of the mat because she doesn't want to move now. So let's go, let's go. So the next thing you're going to want them to do is stand on the mat and either sit or lay down on the mat, but eventually they're going to be having to lay down. So if you can get them to lay down without having them sit first, that would be ideal, but most dogs are probably just going to sit there first. So let's see what she does. Nice. So as soon as the butt touches the mat, that's when you're going to say nice, because now you want them to be sitting there on the mat. Let's go. Do it again. Nice. Good girl. So that's good. It might take them a while to figure out that they do need to sit down first. Let's go. But you just have to wait and ignore them until they sit their butt down. Nice. And then you can wait a few seconds and then give them another one for staying on the mat. Nice. And you should try and move away from the mat so that they realize they have to stay there. Nice. Good girl. So let's go. And then once your dog is consistently doing that and then staying on the mat, you're going to want to try to move them into the laying down position. And that is either a process of waiting for them to lay down or leading them down yourself. So we're going to probably be trying both with Kimberly. So I will show you how to do that. Let's go. So you're just going to wait for them. They're going to sit down and they're going to say, why aren't you giving me a kibble for sitting? And then they're going to think, nice. And then they're going to try something else. And you're going to make sure that they're in the lying down position every time you give them the kibble. So if they sit back up when you say the word N-I-C-E, then you're going to have to lead them back down. Nice. And then you can give them a kibble for staying there, but see how she pops up? You're going to take your fists like this and lead her down. And then as soon as she touches the floor with her front paws, you can open your hand and let her eat the kibble. Let's go, Kimberly. So I will show you how to place them into a down position if they're not doing it themselves. Let's go. So if they're just sitting there, You take the kibble in your hand and you lead them into the down position like that, and then you open your hand. Nice. And then you tell them the word nice, and if they pop up, that's just too bad because you have to give them the kibble after you said that word every time anyway. So, and then you wait, nice, until they're on their belly again. So now that they need to learn that every time they go to the mat, they need to be in the down position. Nice. And you can give it to them for staying there, but they have to be in the down position every time you give them the kibble. Nice. Okay, so now that she does this consistently, see, let's go. The dog has to be able to do it consistently without you leading them onto the mat. Nice. And then you can add the command. Kimberly, come. You get them off the mat. Come. Good girl. And what you do is, as they're going to the bed, you say the command. Kimberly, go to bed. Nice. And when they pop up again, you have to make sure they're in the down position. Nice. And you give them a treat for staying there when you're not there. Nice. Nice. And then if they're having a hard time doing a down and holding it, then you're just going to want to treat them a lot for staying in that position. Nice. So you can treat them a lot really fast so that they recognize they have to stay down. Nice. 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 And that will help them stay in that position, A, because they're too busy eating to move, and B, because they're realizing that, oh, I get all this food for staying in this one position. Kimberly, let's go. So you need to practice a couple of times with the command. And you make them wait before they do anything so that they learn that they have to do this when you tell them to, and they can't just run over there whenever they want. Kimberly, go to bed. Nice. Good girl. Nice. And I'm going to give her an extra treat that time because she stayed down when she took the kibble. And she usually doesn't do that. Nice. And I'm going to give her another one because I'm proud that she's doing that. And you can try walking around them in a circle. Nice. If they stay on the mat when you're done making that circle, that's good. If they get up, then you need to go over to them and place them back exactly how they were and just start again. Alright, let's go. Good girl. And if you just let go, now that you've started using the command, if you just let go of the leash and they go over and do that themselves, you cannot give them a kibble because you did not tell them that that's what they need to do. Because now that it's on a command, they can't just do it whenever they want. So she can't get a kibble because she went there all by herself without me telling her to. So she's going to try really hard to get that kibble by staying there. And then she might get a little frustrated and bark. Move around to try and see if it's the position that she's doing wrong. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take her off the mat. Let's go. And bring her here over to me and make her sit. Kimberly, sit. Good girl. And then say it and let her do it. Kimberly, go to bed. You want to say their name before they command every time because that helps them learn their name as well. Ah. They can't chew on the mat either. They'll try. And you wait for them to do the down position. Nice. And then you say it as soon as they touch the mat with their belly. Good girl. Nice. Let's go. Good girl. Okay, so then what you're going to try and do after you've got the dog to consistently go to bed by themselves on the command every single time is you can move the blanket into a different room with more distractions. Even just a different room sometimes can throw them off, so that they learn that the command is for every single room with the bed in it. It's not just for one room, because sometimes they can. And again, I'm going to leave her drag line on because when she starts chewing on the blanket, that's not good. She might start picking things up off the floor. She's kind of ornery today. So, when you start them in a different room, you basically do a really fast reteach of what you already taught them by starting all the way from the beginning, but it usually doesn't take them as long to relearn it since they've already learned it. They just need to apply it to a different room. So we're going to start all over again by just leading her onto the mat. Let's go. Come on, baby. As soon as she touches the mat, nice! Let's go. Nice. And you don't really want to pull her onto the mat, just kind of direct her towards it so that she figures it out all by herself. Nice. And we'll see if she'll sit. Nice. There we go. And we're going to wait to see if she'll lie down. Nice. There we go. And again, they have to stay down. Nice. And if they pop up, you leave them back down and then you give them the kibble. Good girl. Alright, let's go. And then if you think they've got the general idea of it, when it feels like they've got it pretty consistently, like she's already ready to go, then you can use the command again. Kimberly, go to bed. And it might take them a moment to figure it out. And you wait for them to lie down. Nice. Good girl. And then lots of praise because it's hard for a dog to put two and two together sometimes in different rooms. So good girl. Very good, Smarty. You're so smart, good girl. And you can see if you can get them to stay there. Walk in a circle around them. Have to stay on the mat. Nice. When you complete the circle. Or you can even walk out of the room and go around the corner for maybe 3 seconds and then come back in and give them a kibble if they haven't moved. I wouldn't do any longer for 3 seconds at the beginning, then you can slowly stretch it out. Then we're going to do it a couple more times just to make sure it's solidified. But you make them wait. Kimberly, sit. Good girl. Kimberly, go to bed. Nice. Nice. Let's go. We're going to do it one more time. Kimberly, come. Get her off the mat and put her back on. Kimberly. Hey. Come here. She can't go on it unless you give her the command, so. Kimberly, sit. Good girl. So again, you make them wait until you say anything. Kimberly, go to bed. And then sometimes they have to think and figure out if there's anything that they can do that can give them the treat, like maybe just sitting in one spot. Nice. And then they'll figure out that you're not going to give them a treat until they go to their bed and lie down. And you can move it around to different rooms. You can have them stay on it. You can have distractions. You can put toys around the bed if you really feel like you want to challenge your puppy. Nice, but I wouldn't do it right out of the gate when they're really little. And that will be it. That's the go to bed command. Good girl, Kimberly. So let's see it one more time in action and see if it looks anything like what we planned it to. Kimberly, go to bed.